do it. Let's talk core values. Are you guys ready? So, I am just reacclimating and landing back into my life after a big weekend of meeting a lot of really cool people and new friends and studying with my coaches in Arizona and then going to Nashville and connecting with my team. And it was a lot. It was a week on the road, and I did my very best while I was gone to stay connected to my values with everything I did, with the words that I chose, with the food that I ate, with the rest that I got, with the exercise that I got. But it's hard. It's really hard when we're traveling. And then today, as I re enter back into my world, I reconnect to my values. And I just want to talk for a few minutes about what that looks like and how it affects my world. Um, I have personal core values which very often carry over. This is what I see. I see personal core values carry over into professional core values. In general, my personal core values are no different than the values of my practice because it's my practice. However, if I have a team with a bunch of different people on it, my team members may need values that are important to them that aren't necessarily the values that make me tick. So I want to talk today about how to know what your core values are, like my favorite way of figuring that out. And then how I use the knowing of my values to do all of the things that I'm trying to do in this world during the very short window that I have on this planet, right? So I'm going to just grab, so I actually keep my value sheet right next to my desk because I want to always be connected to it. I want to always revisit it. I don't want to forget when I'm in the middle of a difficult conversation. This is a value of mine. This is something that I've committed to as I show up in the world and try to create more good. This is what I've committed to, and this is what I've committed to supporting. So for the Staffless Practice community, which is whom I'm speaking to today, our values are joy-filled intention and action. Making sure that, I'm going to go through them with you really quick. Making sure that everything we do is coming from a place of joy as opposed to a place of fear or overwhelm. In my experience, we can have one foot in one world at a time, right? So, or both feet in one world at a time. We can be in fear, we can be in love. And the choice that we make each moment or each second or each day or each year to be coming from a place of joy versus coming from a place of love, we can shift gears as often as we need to. And I shift gears probably 50 million times a day. So joy-filled intention and action, on point follow through, meaning if I say I'm going to do something, I do it. Consistency, integrity, right? Accurate vision supporting decisions, meaning if I make a decision about my practice or a Staffless Practice community, I'm keeping the whole picture in my heart as I make that decision. I'm not just thinking about the heat of that specific moment. I'm thinking big picture. How is this decision going to support what I'm trying to create for this practice or this company or this team or my health or my family or whatever that decision has to do with? Big picture thinking. Honor your biology is a really important core value for our team. It's definitely one that I'm supporting today as I re-land into my world. So we have this value on our team because if I'm telling my family and myself when I look in the mirror, it's really important to take care of your body and to walk the talk of chiropractic or whatever your craft is, then I best be sharing that message on my team too and celebrating those choices for my team members. So honor your biology is a really important piece to the puzzle when it comes to our team. Thoughtful, graceful, and honest exchange is another really important one, and forward thinking and personal ownership based contribution. I want to make sure that if I have team members or it's just me, every decision that I make is thinking about the big picture, and that goes back into accurate vision supporting decisions. So those are the values of Staffless Practice Academy and the way that we coach our community. My personal core values are certainly weaved into that. And then I also have, you guys know that I'm in practice, and I've been in practice for 23 years, serving chiropractic to my community. And my practice may have a different twist on my values. But for me, my personal values, here's how I came to them. I think about the people who are moving through this world in a way that I admire. And the first person who comes to mind is my husband. He's my best friend, and I just have a whole lot of respect for the guy. And I think about the things that I love most about him. And I make a list of all of those things. Your link says the video ended. Tracy, I'm still here, love. I think about all of the things that my husband does that I love, and I make a list, and I look at the patterns that surface. Usually that list for someone like my husband looks like the words that come up are integrity and truth and kindness and patience. And then I think about another person. Let's say that we're talking about my team lead, Shelly. And I think about Shelly, and I think about all of the things that I love about Shelly, and I make a list. And the patterns that will arise are patience and kindness and respect and silliness and fun, right? And then I switch gears and I think about another person, or it could even be a company that I love. Let's go to, we stayed in this really beautiful hotel this weekend called the Conrad. And let's say that we're talking about what I loved about the Conrad, and I'll take my list and I'll make a list of things that I loved about the Conrad. It was beautiful, it was clean, it was clear, it was intentional. It was what they promised, they exceeded what they promised. These are all of the things that I loved about the Conrad. Then I look at that entire list and I say, what words are repeated over and over again in the people and the places that I love and I cherish. And that's how I get to my core values. These are the values that I see in others that I really long for and love. And chances are those are my values too. I can do the antithesis of this too. I can go to the people who really give me a challenge, or the situations that really give me a challenge. And I can create a list about those things too. And I can go to the opposite of those things. For example, let's say that I think of a situation that I had in an Uber. We get into the Uber, it smells bad, the person's speeding, they're late, they cancel the ride altogether. The windows are down, it's freezing, and the heat's not on, right? These are just the things. And the qualities of that experience, or the values of that experience, are there's a level of dishonesty about it. There's incongruency. There's a disconnect for comfort, right? For the comfort or consideration, inconsideration. There's a level of dishonesty about it. And I look at the opposite of all of those values, and that's another way that I can go about finding my values. That's cool, right? It's an easy way to do it. So if I do that and I walk through that exercise, then I can attach action steps to supporting each one of these values. I can celebrate my team if I have a team on each action step they've taken to support these values. It goes on and on and on. If you put the values in the center of your experience on the planet, and you make it super clear to yourself, to your family, to the people who are supporting you, these are my values. This is how I'm implementing my values into my world, into my daily decision making. Chances are you're going to be good. The other thing that you can do is you can take each value and you can string them together to create your mission statement. Whether it's your personal mission statement, your practice mission statement, your mission statement ideally, optimally, is it consists of your values in a narrative thought process. So the mission statement for the Staffless Practice community is to help 1,000 wellness practitioners around the world by January 1st, 2025, to optimize their practice experience using tried and true joy-based systems for front desk efficiency and practice growth, so that we can create a healthier community ripple effect, thereby resulting in a healthier world. All of our company core values are brought into that statement. So thing number one is figure out the values that really resonate with you, whether you're thinking about somebody or someplace or something that you really love and adore, or somebody or someplace or something that really does not resonate with you. Let your values come to the surface with that reflection. That's thing one. Thing two is then you take your values and you connect action steps to each one of those values. And you ask the people who are supporting you, or I ask the people who are supporting me in my world, make sure that I'm going to say right now that I'm going to commit to these values. Make sure that's what you see me doing. And then finally, string together your values into a statement. And there's your mission statement. Whether it's your practice mission statement, your personal mission statement, you're going to see it come to life. Okay, I hope that everybody enjoyed that or got something out of it. I'm going to go honor my biology and get some water and take a walk with the puppy. And I'm loving you guys from here. Let me know if you have any questions.